Hi guys. Um, this is now. This is. I had another call, so I'm redoing this. It's a Forest of Forsaken, Chapter 8. Oh wait, Forest of Forsaken, City of Secrets and Sins, Chapter 8. Um, yeah. So how I started off. We started off last week with Quinn finding out that their son is alive, but they don't know how. So Tyler is like constantly trying to figure out what to do. And he has a moment with Audrey that really hurts him to have to do. But he does it anyway. And he's wondering if he can forgive himself. And then Patrick and him go out on a mission, a risky mission, to take some medical supplies, much needed medical supplies. And Patrick, through inadvertently walking around, he finds blueprints to get into a citadel, that the major compound that is walled off by the outskirts of the city, and a face to face with both Schroeder brothers. Um, yeah, he does. They do try to fight off. They do fight off the Schroeder brothers, but they don't have a final climactic fight until like towards the end of at the end of book two. At the end of the last chapter for book two, they him and Patrick, as a slight spoiler, him and Patrick will be fighting Mason and Thomas together. Spoiler alert for this book, not a huge spoiler, but Patrick does eventually get more involved and basically becomes his story too. Like he becomes part of the story. And then now on to chapter 8, entitled Patrick's Goal. Patrick's goal and ready to roll. We last left off with me chasing the doctor. I chased him all around the city. I felt like, come back here! I shouted. Stop! I shot him in the leg. Ah! You mother trucker! I pinned him against the concrete, saying, talk, or else. Or else what? I'll rip your tongue out of your mouth with these. That's supposed to be pliers or clamps. I'll rip your tongue out with this. You wouldn't dare try me. I put my foot next to his neck. I put my foot on his throat. Now I suggest that you talk. Now. What is it now that. What is it about the city that makes you so violent? You want to see violent? I'll show you violent. Now you want to say I'm violent? Okay, I'll tell you. He's not a clone if that's what you're thinking. He's a real person. Bullshit. It's not bullshit. He's not technically a clone. He's the real Noah. We saved him from from the poison. The poison was very slow moving. We caught it in time. I point my I point my boomstick. Sorry. I pointed my gun directly at him. Don't you ever say my son's name. What are you gonna do if I don't? If I don't stop saying his name? I load and I cock my gun. I cock my gun, point it to his forehead. Point it under his chin. How would you feel the hollow point coming out of you? Point taken. He lets me out. I let him up. And suddenly, who else but Jackson Schroeder standing before me? Schroeder. Ah, da, Herr Tyler, it is me. Da, it's me, Herr Tyler. You think you can defeat me? You are sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken, but I don't kill you right now. Kill me, my dear boy. You have nowhere to run now. Once I destroy you, everyone will be free. I shall expel your darkness from this land. Light cannot exist without darkness. I throw my knife, my combat knife, deep into the ground. Show me what you can do, Herr Tyler. Come at me. I jump. You asked for it. I jump and I throw a punch. He grabs it. And he moves 2 inches from the north. Ah, my dear boy, I will admit you have some power. We carefully attack and evade each other's shots. We throw punches and kicks, but none of us could seem to get the upper hand. I kick him in the head. And he takes my leg and breaks it. Ah! My dear boy, you know you have regenerative healing. All fixed. I run at him and jump. He grabs me by the stomach and slams me onto the ground. I roll out of the way and hit a massive uppercut with my knee to his chin. He spits out a tooth or two. You got lucky. Black had nothing to do with it. He rearranges his jaw and puts it back into place. Now that's one wicked power. We fight some more. He damn near breaks my back with an attack. Ah, that wound hasn't healed from when they shot you. I shove a knife through his arm. Ah! Oh, freak me. You have regenerative healing too? Da, I do. He flips me off. I'll break all the bones in your body so you can't heal. I have 207. You broke 1. And it healed. What do you think the rest will do? You have shown me great remorse. You have shown me great speed and ability. But your time has come. The time has come to end this for now, my dear boy. Schroeder! He disappears in a plume of smoke. Quinn. Quinn, my love. Are you okay? It's actually him, she said with an amazed smile. It's actually him. Our baby is alive. My love, isn't that fantastic? It is fantastic, honey. She's like, but I want to do a couple of diagnostics just to be sure he's okay. I understand. She's like, come on, sweetie, let's get you back home. It broke my heart to see the tears in her eyes. She picks him up. Yay, mommy ride, he said. It only made her cry and smile more. She's like, he says, your eyes are so wet. She's like, what happened? He asked, what happened to your eyes, mommy? She smiled. Oh, it's nothing, honey. She wipes her eyes. It's okay, love. You'll be alright. We kiss. And she kisses him many times. She carries him as he sucks his thumb. She holds him so close. It's like she didn't want to let go. Patrick had said, "Holy moly! Is that really him? Noah? How is he alive?" Mom explained. The poison in him didn't work well enough. It wasn't near potent enough. Of course, Leah could never make a correct version of anything. She's like, well, now. Looks like... She's like, well, look at that, Quinn. You have your pampered brat with you again. She's like, Pumpkin? He nodded. She's like, earmuffs, please. I don't want you to hear mommy say bad things. He covers his ears. My mom covers his ears and takes him home. Takes him back to our rooms. Unload on her, babe. You got it. She was all like, bleep, 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 bleep. And another thing, bleep. She's all like, such a dirty mouth you have. Mom always washed mine out with soap. And you needed it. I wish we were back on the island. So I can hurt him. So I can do that again. I lunged. And my wife holds me back. Ugh. Quinn holds me back. My love. She's just trying to get under your skin. She's trying to make you lose control and make you kill her. I know. Leah's like, oh, what's wrong, baby sister-in-law? What's wrong, baby brother-in-law? Too weak to hit me? She's all like, Quinn's like, but I'm not. She clocked her straight in the nose. Ugh. That was a sucker punch. You always were a sucker. You always used to eat one before dinner. Her nose popped back into place by itself. She wiggled it and it popped back into place. My mom was training me the next day. Quinn gave him a bath and she said, there you go, all clean, my love. You're all nice and clean. He asked if she had had one yet. She's like, yes, I did earlier today, before we found you. babe, yes. She's like, yes. Your hair's still wet. It's still it's still a little bit slippery. What do you mean? She's like, what do you mean? I don't think, what? She's like, what? I touched her hair, babe. Hmm? She's like, yes. Like, you didn't rinse out your conditioner. Damn it, I knew I forgot something. She rinses it out real quick and towel dries off. Well, I always did like your hair to be. Your hair is actually really shiny. Kendall, your hair stuff is perfect for mine. I told you it would be, but you didn't believe me, did ya? It's not that. Quinn and I fall asleep. I get ready. I brush my teeth and lay down. She takes off her glasses and puts on her lotion. She does it really quickly. I give her a kiss, and we fall asleep. And she says, I'm so happy that he's with us again. I know that I love. Tears stream down my face. What's wrong, honey? For so long I blamed myself for what happened. Now I don't have to. It was never your fault. She grabbed me by the head. She grabbed me by the back of the head and said, I love you so much. I love you too. And we kiss. And suddenly she threw up again. Blah! Into the trash can, of course. Feels like this little one is still kicking. This one's kicking very much. I thought kicking didn't start until the second trimester. He's raring to go, she said. I made breakfast. So the next morning I made breakfast for the girls and for Quinn, of course. And for the kid, for Noah. I made a breakfast sampler. Sausages, bacon, eggs, French toast. Kendall came in. Oi! What are you doing? You're looking up all our supplies. We'll get more. I promise you I'll find some more food like this. For once we can agree that this is some good food. You're walking into a trap sometimes. You and me couldn't agree on the color of shite. You and I couldn't agree on the color of shite. What makes you think we could agree on this? I'm like, well, excuse you. I'm like, you just complained yourself out of a sausage breakfast. She's like, oh, come on. I'm kidding, of course. I hug her. Why do you always have to be like this? Like what? So angry. I'm not angry. I'll just... You bother me, you blockhead. She smiles and walks away. Alright, girls. Here you go. I give Audrey her pigs in a blanket and pancakes. I give Alyssa her strawberry waffle and bacon and sausage. I had the bacon and sausage divided between the girls and Noah so they can all eat. And then Quinn's like, this food is amazing, she said. We eaten breakfast. Like, he said, Mommy sure is hungry, Noah said. I chuckled. Yes, she is, son. She's very hungry. Is baby brother inside there? Me and her gasped. How did you know? He said he could feel it. I said, yes, my boy. He's in there. What if it's a girl? That'd be double the luck. That'd be double the luck, buddy. I take him outside for some fresh air. We finish breakfast. I take him outside for fresh air. Quinn said, okay, Audrey, it's your turn to do the dishes. She's like, it's Alyssa's turn. It's your turn. That's not fair. Life isn't fair, young lady. Now get up and do them. She stomps her feet and says no. She's like, young lady, I am not in the mood today for your tantrums. She said, I don't care what you're in the mood for. She's like, oh ho ho. Oh, she's like, now hold on, little missy. She's like, now with your dad here, he lets you out of timeout early. I don't. She stomps her feet and smashes her hand on the table. And she cries because she hurt herself. I kiss her hand to make it feel better. She's like, you coddle her too much, you know that. Like, I'm sorry, babe. She hits her hand again. And she's all like, but the water is too hot for me to wash these dishes, she said. She's all like, she looks at my mom. She looks at, not my mom, she looks at Quinn and says, you need a tan, so does grandma. She's all like, Quinn's like, you need to behave. No, she said, in a defiant tone. She really was a defiant little girl at times, when she needed to be or wanted to be. She's like, you need a tan. She's like, I am going to tan your fanny if you don't do what you need to do right now. She's like, okay then. You've made your choice. Don't be crying. And I do this. I grab her arm, Quinn. You're doing it out of anger again. She's like, I know. I give her a kiss. This next part for me was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Quinn's like, what are you gonna do? She takes a seat and observes. I tell Audrey how deeply sorry I am that this needs to be done. She shakes her head and says I'll be good, Daddy, over and over again. But I needed to do what I needed to do. It must be done. I gent her gracefully over my lap, and I administer some punishment. It lasted only mere seconds. Truthfully, I don't hit very hard at all. My hands are too soft for such strenuous work. I let her up. She runs away, howling in pain, saying that I don't love her anymore. I run away. I run out of the room. Quinn and my mom catch up to me. Tyler, they both say. I drop to my knees and cry. Cry harder than when I thought my wife was dead and my mother was still gone. I thought she was still gone and I couldn't have her again. Quinn lifts me up. My love, you actually did it. You actually disciplined her for the first time. I feel terrible. I cry. I feel absolutely terrible. It's such a terrible thing. I cry some more. Oh, my mother holds me close. My love, I know how much that hurt you. And I'm sorry you had to do that. It was so hard, Mom. Felt like a part of me was lost when I did that. Am I a bad guy? No, my love, you are not. Not at all. Don't you even think that for a minute. She kisses my head. Patrick's like, I heard all the commotion. You did the right thing, buddy. Why does it feel like the wrong thing, Pat? Because it was the first time it happened, pal. You'll be okay. Trust me, man. You'll be okay. He hugs me. Kendall comes out. What's all the blubbering about? You sick little emu. It's like, you're acting like a sick little emu. She said, You're impossible sometimes, Tyler. She's all like, Patrick said, hey, back off. This was the first time he had to discipline her like that. For the love of God, man, stop crying. I know. Stop right now, or I'll throw you in the who's cow. Kendall, I'm just kidding. We got rid of the who's cow. Okay. There now. Don't you feel better? Don't you feel a wee bit better, mate? I do. Thank you. You're welcome. I've got a mission for you with McPatty Cakes. I told you stop calling me McPatty Cakes. Sorry. She's like, sorry. Now I need you to do something. Steal the medical supplies from the train station and bring them back here. How did you know? I read your mind. Well, don't read my mind again. You don't know what I could be thinking. Blue. The color dress you want to buy. Stop that, you twit. You just thought I was a twit. She throws her hands up. Sweetie, my mom said. Yeah, Mom. We did some training. She prepared me and Patrick in stronger combat sequences. She's like, your suits needed a little bit of an upgrade. Cool, Patrick exclaimed. These are like space suits. Not necessarily, Patrick. He puts it on. It started to light up. Oh my gosh, I'm a robot! I am a Patrick 3000. Please insert ready rolls. I wake up. I put on my gear. She straps on my armor for me and says, "My love, be careful." And Quinn says, "Yes, honey, be careful." "Okay, I will be. It's starting to get dark. We should go now." We kiss again, and my mother does the sign of the cross and kisses my forehead. "Yes," she said, "yes, my boy. Go strong and go face the world, to go face these bad guys together." Then, like, Patrick, is it Pat? Ready to roll. Let's roll together. He tries to curl up into a ball. Patrick, I didn't mean actually roll. Oh. He stands back up in attention. We travel to the part of the house about the train station. We traveled far. "What are you even saying?" He said, "What are you saying?" "I'll take the guards from the right, you take the ones from the left, and we circle all around." "Oh, yeah." But there were no guards suddenly. We grabbed the medicine. Suddenly, we fell into a trap. Before then, Patrick found blueprints. "Check it out! These are blueprints!" "What are the blueprints of, Pat?" Let's see." He holds the map up. He holds the blueprints up. Said, "Can you give me your compass real quick?" I pull out my compass and I give it to him. He was able to read directions really well. He sets up a little compass and he is able to align the latitude and longitude. "This is an entry point to the Citadel. It's a weak spot. We can overthrow the reactor that Schroeder's building." "Pat, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. We can use this. We could definitely use this." He puts in his backpacks. "All right." Suddenly, more guards showed up. "Freeze!" "How about you guys freeze?" "Pat, ready to roll." He does a sequence of hand movements. Says, "Sacred art." Is that sacred art of the angels? "Heavenly rock throw." He summons rocks that attack our enemies. "Patrick, that was awesome." "Don't I know it? I sure know how to rock and roll." I grin. My, Patrick. You've certainly gotten stronger." "Oh, damn it, there's that annoying voice," he says, and his equally annoying brother. "Schroders, the Schroed bros. That's what I'm gonna call you, Schroed bros." We get into fighting positions. I fight Thomas as he fights Mason. I punch Thomas in the head. Damn it, I thought that would work. Your only fault is that you thought that would work. We fight some more. Patrick fights Mason ferociously. Patrick throws him into a train track. Patrick throws him into a train car and hits him in the head with the door. Stop it, Patrick and him wrestle to the ground. Patrick he tried to grab a fist. Mason grabbed Patrick's fist, but Patrick punched him in the face. Why are you hitting yourself? 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 Patrick then kicked him in the nuts. Ah! Ah! Ha! Serves you right, nerd! They fight some more. I jump and hit Thomas in the head. Thomas in the chin with another uppercut. And with the jumping high knee. You really have gotten stronger. But to beat me and my brother, you're gonna have to kill both of us. Thomas, our friendship meant something to me. It meant something to me too. But unfortunately, our paths have differed. I don't want to kill you. I understand. But you're gonna have to eventually. In order to get to our father. I know. He disappears. I shock him. Mason escapes and I'm able to grab Thomas. We're taking him in for questioning. And suddenly, I begin to feel weary again. I pass out. Brother! He carries me and Patrick carries me and him back to the base. We got the medical supplies! Patrick exclaimed cheerfully. And suddenly, before I blacked out, I heard them saying that we can question Thomas, see if he knew anything. I said, Thomas isn't going to give up anything. I just know. Tyler! Tyler! Greg catches me. What's going on with him, Sylvia? What's happening? I don't know, Greg. I don't know what's happening to him. Oh, my beautiful boy. And suddenly, we hear Kendall saying, "Sound the alarms. They are coming." I take some energy capsules and down one with some water. There I go. All I need was a little vitamin C. You're kidding me! We stand across the base. The bad guys have found us. We stand out front, preparing for a battle ahead. And I say, get ready to defend this place. Defend it at everything we are. Defend it with our lives. And let's hold the line. End of chapter 8. Okay, guys, wasn't that an awesome chapter? And I will be back same time, same place next Wednesday night. Tyler Movie Guy, out.